Welcome back to the Captain's Run. Now let's get straight into it. Eels versus the Storm.
Oh.
Oh my God. What a way to kick this whole season off.
Oh, a great way to kick off the 2023 season. These two as well. They've got a little bit of dislike for each other, should I say?
Eels have beaten them 5 out of the last 6 games, I think.
Yeah, well, the last four times they've played, they've got a victory. And the Storm haven't got a great record at CommBank either.
Yeah, but their round one record, there's a mixture. You know what I mean?
Haven't been beaten since since Craig took over as coach. So difficult one. Couple of players out for both sides. Couple of big name players actually for both sides. Sean Lane, of course, broken jaw, was outstanding for them in the final matches of last year.
Yep.
Ryan Madison is suspended. Jermaine Hopgood comes in. Big rap on Jermaine Hopgood.
Mate, if you're an Eels fan, if you're a footy fan, watch Jermaine Hopgood tomorrow night.
Yeah. So, and along my man, Josh Hodgson.
Yes.
I've tipped for the Dally M. Hopefully he starts well. Big matchup that is.
Oh.
Hodgson versus Grant.
Mate.
And will go a long way to the result of this match if both men go out and play really well. But some big names, of course, with the Melbourne Storm, Cam Munster, Jerome Hughes. They just need to stay healthy, don't they? Christian Welsh runs out for the first time after being named officially as the Melbourne Storm sole captain for the year. Of course, missed pretty much all of last year bar one game with a ruptured Achilles.
And he's missed him massively.
Oh,
massively.
Huge. So he's a huge in. This is a really tough one to tip. I'm going to lean towards Melbourne, just given, just their starting power and the way that they're going to be prepared for round one. Have not been beaten in 20 years in round one, but it's going to be a tough one. Going up there, not a great record against Parramatta of late, and pretty much awful record at CommBank Stadium, but I'm going to tip them slightly.
I'm going to tip the Eels to break the run because I just think that the Eels at the moment, their forward pack, I would say, is probably a bit of a jump in front of the Storm.
Yep.
And I think that Dylan Brown, Gutho, and Mitchell Moses, although I consider Storm's spine to be better, I don't think they're that much better.
Yes, okay. So I think, fair point.
So I do think that the forward pack may be a bit tough to handle unless if Big Nas has a massive game, he could be the difference, as he always is. Incredible. But I think the Eels just get it done.
I'm really excited to see the Storm's young winger, Will Warbrick.
Oh, he
what
looks
was
special.
This pre-season?
Holy. Big, rangy.
Yeah.
He's 105 kilos, surely.
Plus.
Massive.
Can finish too.
Fast, strong,
can't wait.
aggressive.
Will he be matched up against Sevo?
Oh,
I think
stop
it might
it.
be. Oh.
Stop it.
Mate, there's matchups all over the park.
All over the park.
How good.
And so, also, I reckon, honestly, tomorrow we'll see a drop. Mitchell Moses resigns. Boom. I reckon.
Before the game?
Before the game.
Oh.
Surely it's done already.
All over it.
Surely. Now, let's move on to our next game. Warriors versus the Newey Knights. This one is a really interesting one because, the Knights are actually coming in, well, the last time I checked, they're quite outsiders. Whereas the Warriors, I think they finished like 15th last year.
Yep.
But I like, even though they struggled against, in the trial against the Storm, I like what I saw. I'm actually tipping the Warriors for the win.
Yeah. Well, they're at home. And they've been at home for the whole preseason, so they've had a pretty settled preparation for this one, unlike the last couple of years, being away from home and all different situations that they've been in. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? It'd be great to see the Warriors get their season, get their campaign kicked off with a win against Newey. A lot of pressure on Newcastle this year. So much pressure, like on the whole place. Going to be really interesting to see how they jump out of the blocks. If I was a Newcastle player, you'd want to get out of the blocks on fire after what they produced last year.
Yep.
It really wasn't good enough, was it?
Oh, absolutely. And you're right, like that. If they can win that, they have the class. If they can win that first 20 minutes, they have the class to blow a game away.
That's right.
To just take it away. It's not like they're a team that's struggling with a roster or top-tier players.
Yep.
And that's the one thing I thought last year is their energy wasn't there. Like, there was never a game where I was watching the Knights going,
no,
holy, that defense is crazy.
No, that's right. And look, if you go through their list, right, they've got Bradman Best, strike centre, Dom Young, probably their best player last year.
Greg Marju on the other side.
Was fantastic. Then you throw in Kalen Ponga at 6, Jackson Hastings,
Yeah.
big addition, playing at halfback, leading the team around. As we all know, he's a great competitor. Then you look at their forward pack, the Saifidi boys up in the front row, Jaden Brayley at hooker,
Frizzell.
one of the top tier hookers in the competition. Frizzell, Fitzgibbon in the back row, and then Kurt Mann.
Adam Elliott.
Like Adam Elliott, new signing. Like this is a side that when you look at them on paper and the lineups, and you just go, they should be winning more games than they lose.
Absolutely.
They really should be.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So it's going to be interesting to see how they come out. I think it will take a little bit of time for them to gel because obviously Ponga new to the 6 role.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm going to tip the Warriors to get a win. Now, next game, Panthers versus the Broncos. Oh yeah. I wish the Panthers had won the World Club Challenge by 1,000 points, so they came in really underdone round 1 and just Broncos ambushed them.
Yep.
But I think the Panthers get the job done here.
Interesting to see how they go. First game up. Well, they're playing at home, so that's a good thing for them. But I think all eyes are going to be on Penrith to see how they handle the changes to their lineup, where they've had Coruscant for several years. They've had Kikau for several years. They've been a settled team, not a lot of changes. I think all eyes are on how they're going to handle that. Look, if any team's going to handle the changes, it's going to be Penrith.
Yep.
Because they've got a wonderful system there. We all know that. But the Broncos, I actually don't mind looking as a Bronco fan or a player. I wouldn't actually mind first game up playing the reigning premiers.
Okay,
I just think, hey,
see where you're at.
Let's just have a crack.
Yeah, I like it.
See where we're at right now. Make adjustments after it.
Yeah, it's a good point because, sometimes if you have, let's just say, a game that's not as tough in round 1, then you're almost second-guessing yourself, like, are we top tier? Whereas, like, anyone that plays the Panthers and goes, we can do it. We can do it this year.
Absolutely.
Who you tipping?
Look, I'm going to go Penrith.
Yeah, okay. We'll head to Sea Eagles versus the Doggies. This is going to be, again, 2 teams that could genuinely go from outside the 8 to challenging for the 8, in my opinion. I still don't have Doggies in my 8, but there's a world where I can see them challenging for it.
Righto.
I'm tipping Sea Eagles. Who you got?
Look, I think Manly, they were impressive in the preseason. Of course, took out the preseason challenge. Great result for Sea Eagles. Cooper Johns.
How good.
Starting in the halves.
Yep.
In place of Josh Schuster, calf issue.
Yeah.
Which is, unfortunate for Josh. But he gets his start at halfback. At 5'8". Kelma Tuolungi, back row. He come over from the Tigers. Good, strong back rower.
Oh, yeah.
Good addition to Manly. I think Manly too strong at home.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that there's an excitement there. I really do. I think that there seems to be this kind of back against the wall mentality at Manly. Like they've gone back because there was a period where, the old joke, everyone hates Manly. And then they came through with all these characters that everyone really loves. So everyone loves Manly again. I think they may go back to that whole, all right, everyone hates Manly. Let's go. Doggies, though, I cannot wait. I think it's going to be a slow burn for the Doggies.
Yep.
So stay patient.
Yes.
Once those connections connect.
Once they click.
Boom. Done. Cowboys, Raiders. Who you got here?
I'm going the Cows. Yep. Virtually unchanged from last year. Jimmy Tarmo.
Big
back
fella.
at the Cows.
He's back.
He's back. How long was he away for?
Oh, mate.
Quite a while.
Wow.
Decade?
Decade,
No.
yeah, surely.
Yeah. Back at the Cows. So he's on the bench. Cows unchanged, almost unchanged from last year. I think they win this one, and I think they might win it well.
Yeah, it's a really good opportunity for Cowboys to send a message to, I think, to the rest of the comp. Like last year wasn't some little fluke and blip on the radar.
Yep.
We are here to make some noise.
Yep.
And so,
Send a message early.
Cowboys.
Yep.
Now, on to Sharkies versus Rabbitohs. I am actually going the Sharkies here. Who you got? Actually, sorry. No. Wait.
Oh, hang on.
Nico Hines is out. I'm going Rabbitohs.
What did I just hear?
I'm going Rabbitohs because Nico Hines is out. If Nico Hines was playing, I would have gone Sharkies.
Yeah, okay. Fair point. He's so important to that footy side, isn't he? I'm with you on this one. I think Rabbits... Yeah, I think Rabbits will be too good. It's a good matchup, both of these sides. And we spoke with Nico earlier about, the expectation around their team this year and speaking about top four is where they want to be. Outside of top four is not good enough. They want to be finishing pretty much where they were last year. I just think in his absence, I think the Rabbitohs will be too strong.
Yeah, it's. I can't wait to see Latrell Mitchell.
Yeah,
I'm just so excited to see him play.
Trell Mitt.
Okay, now the Dolphins and the Roosters. I think it's going to be. First of all, massive congratulations to Isaiah Katoa getting a debut. Starts at 5'8", but I think the Roosters too tough.
Yeah, I agree. I do agree. Although, if there's ever a chance,
if there's a chance, okay.
If there's ever a chance for the Dolphins to claim a big scalp like the Roosters, it's got to be this week. Hargraves, Manu, Crichton, Connor Watson, all unavailable. All unavailable. But you still look at their lineup and it's strong.
Yeah.
It's still one of the strongest lineups in the comp, even with those handful of guys out. I want the Dolphins to put in a good showing in front of their home crowd. They're playing at Suncorp. Not sure what ticket sales are like at the moment, but I'd like to say it's going to be a pretty healthy crowd there.
Hopefully.
All the Dolphins supporters will be out there. There's no doubt about that. And I reckon just league people, fans, would just want to come out for the occasion.
So the first game for the Dolphins?
It's an event. The very first game that the Dolphins play in the NRL, a team that's been around a long, long time, are finally making their steps into the NRL. But I think the Roosters too strong.
Tigers, Titans. Who you got?
Oh, the Titans.
Mate, they're your team.
The Titans. Well, I'm living on the Gold Coast now, mate, so...
You backed them all last year.
I've got to support the locals. Now, listen, boys. Big Tino, I'm sure he's listening. I know he listens to our show. Actually, I think SEN partners with the Gold Coast Titans this year.
Well, there we go.
So all the boys will be listening. It'll be on in the radio in the gym right now.
Surely.
Come on, boys. Let's win this one. Boys. Let's win it.
Yeah, as a Gold Coaster, growing up on the Goldie, come on, boys.
Yep.
Let's go. I'm backing the Titans to get the job done over the Tigers. But I can't wait to see the Tigers' new recruits and see how much difference they make.